Hello there, Clay Harper here to answer a question I got on a blog post that I did a little while back called How to Use Lead Scoring. In this blog post, and I'll link to it in the bottom if you want to check it out, a question that people have a lot when they purchase Infusionsoft is how do you do lead scoring? Lead scoring sounds cool. How do I tell apart different people in my list based on behaviors they perform? That seems like a very handy thing to do, and it is. I do like to suggest that sometimes people jump into it a little bit early. It's easier to score people based on the milestones they achieve in your process when you really have a nailed down process. You really have to have your process figured out. What are the milestones? Then you can tag people who have achieved those milestones. But I do give you an example and an explanation in this blog post of how if you are going to start and you are a little bit newer, or maybe you have part of your process in place already, this can work. How can you begin to use lead scoring? And so today I thought I'd actually do a little video here to show you how to do it. So let's take a look. In this blog post, we're going in this video to show you how to lead score your list based on the contacts clicking links that you send them in emails. And so here we're going to download a campaign to start that called Track Email Engagement Campaign. We're going to show you how to tag people when they click on links in your email. And then we're going to configure lead scoring so that their lead score increases should the person click on your links. And this is going to actually utilize a cool campaign process where you're going to restart a campaign every time someone clicks. So let's say you're sending a bunch of emails out once a week or something, and someone's clicking on all your emails. Well, they're going to, every time they click, they're going to basically restart a clock that's going to label them as a hot lead or move their lead score up all the way to the top, 5 flames. That's what this will do. But if they should click once but then not click, every month that goes by is going to reduce their score. This one's going to be pretty simple. It's going to be hot, warm, and cold. So it's going to go from 5 flames to 2.5 flames to 0 based on the time that's gone by since they last clicked. So let's take a look. So we're going to jump in to Infusionsoft. We're going to go to the campaign builder. And normally you would go to Browse Campaign Templates to get this specific campaign. Again, the title is Track Email Engagement. And this is kind of a handy one. You don't just have to do it for any link click, though that's what we're going to show you here. You could do it off just pertinent link clicks, or how long has it been since the person viewed one of your videos. You could get a little more specific with it. This is kind of a very versatile campaign, depending on what you're doing. So let's dive in and take a look at it. This campaign utilizes something that in the business we call perpetual motion, or I call it that anyway. It's really cool. What it does is the goal to start this campaign is the same as the goal to end this campaign. And there's actually a little bit tighter and safer of a way to build this. Abe Kashiwagi did a cool video. I'll probably link in here too about how to do this a little bit safer, but this does work. Basically, the starting goal here is a tag goal. With a timer start tag, we'll begin this campaign. And the timer start goal also ends the campaign. What that means is when someone gets this tag slapped on them, however it is applied, it will pull them out of the campaign if they're already in it, and then start them in it again. Or if for the very first time, just start them in this campaign. So it's kind of cool, and we're going to take advantage of that to do some neat stuff. When we jump inside this campaign, we see we're immediately doing some tag dancing. Let's take a look what it's doing. So first of all, when they enter, we're going to slap the hot tag on them. In a minute, we're going to show you how to make this tag, the hot tag, alter their lead score. And then we're removing 3 tags. What are we doing there? Well, we're removing the timer start tag. Again, the reason we're removing that tag, that's the tag that starts this campaign. We're removing it so that we can apply it again later to stop this sequence and restart it. And we're also applying the warm and the cold tags. So let's keep going. We're going to apply a note to their record. This is just for keeping track of how many times they've been through this. Kind of useful to know. And then it's going to wait 30 days. Now, after those 30 days, it's going to actually apply the warm tag to them and remove the hot tag. They're not hot anymore. It's been a month since they've clicked on one of your emails. Because remember, if they had clicked, it would restart the timer and they'd have the hot tag again. They would start at the beginning of this process. So they have the warm tag, we're removing they have the warm tag, we're removing the hot tag. After another 30 days, we're going to apply the cold tag to them. They're cold now. It's been 60 days since they've clicked on a link in your email. And then we're removing the warm tag. And then they're going to retain that cold tag kind of forever on, is the idea there. Gotcha. Now, this campaign only works if you are applying this tag, the timer start tag, to every link in every email that you're sending out. And again, it's kind of up to you if you want to be all super strict like that. Every blasted link needs to get that tag. Or if you just want to apply that tag to the pertinent links. Kind of up to you. It's, again, very versatile. But let's take a look how we would apply that tag to someone who clicked. So, let's say if this is a sample campaign, a sample email, and a sample campaign. We would take a look. In any given email, you're going to have different links to different places. So what we're going to do is we would, take a look at highlight some words, make that a link. Say we want to send them to your blog or something. Well, we'd go over to Be Automated Blog. You copy that link, paste it in here. And, you could press insert link to make it a link, but we want to apply a tag when they click on this link. So we'd say apply tag. The timer start tag is the one that hits that stopwatch to say, cool, they're hot again. They just clicked. And we'd say done. And there it is. Insert link. Now, we probably, again, how I'm suggesting this is you would want to do that to every one of your links. Any link that you have, you would want to apply the same tag, the timer start tag, to that individual when they click it. Cool. All right, so that's great. We are applying. So any link they click in here, that's going to restart that stopwatch and say, cool, they're hot again, and they have to go a full month of not clicking on anything for them to go warm, 30 more days to go cold. All right, let's take a look at how the lead score component of this works. So we're going to jump out of the campaign builder. Going to go to settings up here, CRM settings, and scores to affect lead score. Now, with lead scoring, there's a lot of flexibility here how you go about doing that. Basically, you decide what your score is out of. Here, we're going to say, I like to keep this simple. Don't make like 50 points. Okay, stay with 3, 5, 10, maybe somewhere in there. I like to start easy. Just 5 points equals 5 flames. That's how Infusionsoft does lead scoring. They're flames next to the contact record. And we decide what gives them a point. And 1 point equals 1 flame. 5 points gets 5 flames. So down here, we're going to say, what's the criteria for adjusting the lead score? If the contact's tags contain, just kind of read the sentence. If they contain the hot tag. If the individual has the hot tag, I'm going to have that increase it not 1 point, but 5 points. And 5 points equals 5 flames. So that's turning them up all the way. Okay. And then I'm not going to bother making it expire. Usually you make your lead scoring criteria expire because the longer that goes past the event, the less indicative it is that they're doing good, right? But in this one, I'm actually causing it to expire on its own because in a month that tag's going to be taken away and they're going to lose their points. Gotcha? So in here I'm going to say they also get points if they have the warm tag. And I'm going to make that worth 3 points. Oops. Can also make things worth negative lead score. It's kind of cool. But basically, they would lose their hot tag of 5 and they'd get their warm tag. And again, I'm going to say no expiration because it has its own expiration. So they would go down to 3 points and 3 flames. Okay. I'm not actually going to make cold affect it, though you could have cold be negative lead score points. It's kind of fun. I did lastly want to show you guys real quick. If you go to the activity, you don't have to use just tags in Infusionsoft lead scoring. You can also do activity, the contact's activity contains, and you have some choices. If they unsubscribe, you could cause that to be negative on their lead score. If they open an email, just open it. They don't click, they just open. If they fill out a web form, and I want to be clear on here, this is any web form submission. You can't say one specifically. any web form submission, or any link click. Okay, so that's lead scoring real briefly, and a cool campaign that you could begin to implement for your business, even if you don't have everything fleshed out in Infusionsoft. That's a good place that you could start. Thanks.